wow.
Final round. Fight. Chun-Li wins!
Guys, get on with Wi-Fi and bam. Yo, what's up, the neighbor? Ah, the regular of Ragged, the one, the only, Irfan.
いざ勝負よ。お相手します。
Round one. Fight.
Yep. Sit there, back up, back up, back up, back up.
小手調べよ。リードしてあげるわ。
Seen it earlier. I thought it would be an hour. Yeah, I had some time to kill, so I decided why not.
Round two. Fight. Final round. Fight.
Like the buff of the side stuff. A crouch medium punch actually doesn't have that much range
Manon wins!
as I thought. But I'm pretty sure Terry's on was gonna hit there.
Round one. Fight.
That gets everybody. Probably was late.
全力で来て
Round two. Fight.
will it end here? Oh no.
私のこと
Final round. Fight.
踊りなさい
That's like I don't know how many times I've gotten with that.
Chun-Li wins.
I don't know how many times I got him with those, eh?
Round one.
To be honest, if you had blocked it, probably won this already. We're going up.
まず一つ
Keep the strings tight.
Round two. Fight.
Damn, I actually could have killed if I just calculated correctly. Wait, he did.
まだやる
Don't quote me.
Chun-Li wins.
-4 on block, but it's so easy to space out.
Now, find a new rival.
Kev Gaming World.
Round one. Fight.
What's up, bro? Oh, man. How do you check what? I wonder if Chun has something to punish that. Oh, what? I was gonna do a double. Ah, bro. Oh, wait, I thought I did super there. That was my bad. I should have won that. Eh, what am I doing? Oh, I know what kind of players you are. You're the mashers. Yeah. I know you players. If you see someone do a DP, you know, unexpectedly, or while you're doing a combo. Oh, but I got a good punch. While you're doing a combo, just know it's the enables. Oh. Can I get my level 2 in time? Yes! Corner kick. Shit. Well, you could have done super. If he had done level 3, I was gonna be in burnout and chances was GG. I always thought this matchup was not bad for Chucky. Oh shit. Hey. Oh, we love those. Have you played Shin? No, I did not. I played a lot of players, but I have not played Shin, eh? Man, I thought this guy's gonna drive rush, but what kind of DJ are you that doesn't drive? Oh shit, speak of the devil and inshallah here. Oh man, Chan Li guys. This guy's not. Oh, why would you do that? I'm not biting, bruv. You're trying to get. Oh shit. That was nice. I'll give you credit for that one. I actually knew I was gonna do that. Wow. 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 He got me there. He got me there. Give him credit. And this guy's actually decent, so why the fuck is his camera so low? Oh, I tried to catch that. Nah, bro, not on me, bro. I wanted that throw because I noticed that he's oh what? I'm gonna have to spend it. Yeah, what's up, Juno? Oh, I forgot that you rank up here. This guy is pretty good. It's not even like I say people are decent, you know. That guy is pretty good. I'm just curious on why is his MR so low? Like honestly, he's pretty good. I'm so curious as to why is his MR so low? Maybe not paying a lot, not a chance, because I see this guy unranked a lot. He's unranked a lot. This must be Sunny. Oh, time to get that 10. Is a 10 MR. Oh no! Whoa, what? I see these other stuff that can deal with. Yeah, no doubt. What? Back up. Let's restart. Okay. That's fine. Yo, this. Man, sometimes you can play well against good players, but not against crazy Lukes and Pens. Fair enough. What? Did I not keep it a true stream? I'm pretty sure I kept it a true stream. Chadley, what happened to your walk speed? Oh, that's a bait. What happened to your walk speed, Chadley?
Terry wins. Round one. Fight.
My biggest issue in this, in these kind of matches, you know, with these kind of things, that I'm probably not patient, you know. Oh. What did he do? And I get hit by those things. But
Round two. Fight.
whenever you play Sun, you have to wait until the match time's out. Not really. Are you okay? And I tried to back throw. I thought I was plus enough to walk up throw. Time to bring out my Ryu now. I feel like playing footsies. Yeah, but hope you can show out at the next Capcom Cup. First, I have to qualify. This is how I practice perfect parry five. these are like my daily drip. Well, not really daily. It used to be daily, but I need to come back to doing this a lot. Yo, there's no one. Oh, I was almost about to say that there's no one gonna play my Ryu. Or Ren's about to get whiff punished now. Don't worry, guys. My Ryu's got the fundamentals. It might not seem like it, you know. You see how the practice. Man, where must stand fierce? Man. Okay. Let's try this again. What? I should probably press my what you call this? To not try and press stand fierce, but use back on. Keep it tight, bro. Shit. Oh, what? Man, I suck when I play other characters. And my anti-airs are nowhere to be found. Okay. Let's rewind. Hit confirmed. Playing fundamentals, but we're just playing fundamentals. I don't get how some people are so good at anticipating someone's draft first. They're not really. Oh, you're spending it. Okay. They're not necessarily good at anticipating it. It's just their setups are just beats. Pretty easy to set it up. I need to stop doing that. I mean, if the DP ain't worked, one of this has to work, right? taking the throw there wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad. Wasn't going to be a bad decision because I wasn't going to die. I don't know the combo, but I'll try.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, what? There was a EX Hashugenki.
Fight. Round. Fight.
That's fine. Frame. Nice.
Luke wins.
Soon, I'm just playing some casuals quick. I remember why I said this. This guy's got damage. He's got damage. Oh shit. I went and accepted that one. Man's calling rank casuals. It is casuals. How, like, there's no other way to put it. Oh man, I didn't think. That's fine. What the fuck? The fuck was that? Meanwhile, everybody's stressing for some MR. That's on you, bruv.
Round 2. Fight.
I swear, these 1400 MR guys here. no. He's gonna whiff. He's gonna whiff. Told you. Oh shit. He's got those? Maybe I underestimated you. Oh, but you don't have my little fan. My bad. How many replays are we allowed to send? Is there a maximum limit?
Real wins.
Not really. Wow, the limit is the time, I guess. But I'll probably hit two more games, 3 more games, and then after we'll hit the replay. Oh, but I can mind that. That was not fun. See the problem when you pay people on Wi-Fi? That was my bad. It's supposed to be. Oh, I didn't even know that's a combo. Hey.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh man. Yo, bro, you know there's something called Drive Rush? It's a new invention. Oh, first time. You know you can do it with to get Oki. That's a weird looking Terry, mate. Don't look at the title of my stream. Yeah. See Wi-Fi now. Oh, punish.
Real wins.
So we'll go probably like, I don't know, yeah, 2 more. Then after we'll have a look at the replays. Oh. Ah, the DJ again. So after this, we'll go last one, and then after we'll head to the replays.
Round one. Fight. Hadouken! 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 Ready? Hadouken! Hadouken!
Oh no! Oh no! Try to shoot. No. Hey, my man, don't try rush out on me, eh? Because I was really gonna check that. Oh, you even got the hit confirmed, bro. Why the fuck is your MR so low, eh? That's the nice thing about having that button, is it's so easy to hit confirm.
Ryu wins. Round one. Fight.
Ah, I thought I was out of range. What? Whoa, what? Is that not a 6th frame? I really feel like he should be higher. Same here, bro. Like he's good. You know, he just needs. I don't know. I think I haven't seen how he plays. Damn. Driver jab. Even that target combo to be able to. Did he hit? Yeah, that's dead. I saw that from Blaz. But come on, bro. I'm only at 1500 because I'm just playing Ryu, you know, and other characters. And the reason I'm playing the other characters is because my Terry is in the 2000 MR. If I log on to ranked with my Terry currently, I lose about 15 MR and gain only 1-0. Because everybody's sitting in the 1800s and below. So until the season ends, and we all reset, my Terry is not coming out to rank in Africa.
Here comes a new challenger.
Yeah, Cheke Morambi here saying that saying that he's gonna they're all logging into ranked if I bring out Terry. What the fuck?
two, fight.
Back up, back up. I missed the word. Oh, I thought I checked it. Really, but I pressed the button. I'm getting hit by that.
Ryu wins.
Outless needs a lot of work. Like, I don't even know where to start with this guy in terms of him getting better. And he's the best in the Madagascar, so I don't know. Where you showed me that? Damn. What the hell are you doing, bro? I actually thought, yeah, I didn't think I was gonna do it, eh? Oh, shut up, what the hell are you doing, bro? And that happened. Outless just plays for fun. He's got multiple characters. I highly doubt that. Well, I don't highly doubt that I'm playing for fun, but I mean, he has some competitive drive to him. It's just a matter of him. It's just a matter of him actually finding what he's doing wrong, which is a lot of shit. All right, who we got first? I have 3 replay IDs for 1 set. Bro, just give me the fucking replay ID. How long are you gonna do replays? Depends. You know, might be an hour or 2, might be an hour. Ah, come on. You wanna watch a game you played against me? With my Rashid? I haven't played this character in years, bro. Well, not years, but like probably like many months. Yo, Hugo, Koi-san, what's up, bro? To show that I haven't played this character in forever. That's the first thing I do. I thought it was I'm confusing this character with Terry. Yeah, that's only from my understanding, only Mai can do this. You know, 2 jabs and then throw, without the need to walk forward. You know, and with Ed, most of the time, you don't really have to worry about getting clipped low. I mean, he can clip you low, you know, but I mean, you already spent 3 going in. 3 to get in. So if you're gonna do a crouch medium kick a low into something, then it had to be something without drive meter because you're gonna die from there. But yeah, I should have punished you more for that. Okay. that it's gonna come. What Noah does, you know, and it's something I'm actually gonna learn. I'm going to steal from him. You know, so he does this. You know, that's what he does. You know, to if he knows you're going to if you're going to or you're going to try something. You know, I mean, by all means, look at it like this. There's not much he's losing from doing that. You know, he's just if you do the drive reversal, you know, if you do the drive reversal and then you can punish. You know, but if you don't do the drive reversal, he gets the space. You know, he'll start fighting you here, you know, around here. You know, so those are kind of stuff that if you're in burnout, you know, if you're in burnout and your opponent's got this meter, you need to be more wary of that, because once this hits you, you know, like I did here, once this hits you, look, you're gonna be, it pushes you so far back, and I've got this to work with while you've got nothing to work with. You know what I'm saying there? That is actually no sweat, no sweat. Yeah, because that's the thing is also the most dangerous thing about being in burnout is also the fact that a drive impact can come. Oh, my bad. Sorry guys. Made a mistake. I wanted to do the replay takeover for
Round one. Fight.
yeah, because this a lot, and a lot of players do this actually a lot. Is that especially against Rashid, after the first, they block the first spin, and then after if they see the jab, they jab immediately after. You know, because especially from that range, you're not gonna frame trap. They're not gonna get frame trapped. So what a lot of players do is against Rashid, and just work from there. You see. How do I request a review? Bruv, you just give me you just put in what you call this, your replay in the chat. Neutral jumper is not a bad option, you know. Even that, I mean, I can't blame you for that, to be honest, because I mean, I can't blame you for that, to be honest, you know. But I can't blame you for this. Okay, so I drop the combo. I don't think you can punish. Oh. Punch him. With characters, you know, you need to understand which buttons they're going to use to stun you. You know, I was prepared to even. I thought I 100% knew you're not gonna throw. You know, 100% knew you're not gonna throw there, but I was prepared to eat the level 1. You know, because you'll still be in this position. But then again, I mean, you need to understand also which buttons characters can use to stun you. There's very few characters that can use a medium and stun you. You know, like do a medium into drive impact and you can't throw that. Bison is one of them. I don't know why. JP, I think stand medium kick into drive impact. You can't throw. Sim stand medium kick into drive impact. What you call this? You can't throw because, and which for Sim makes sense because he doesn't have a proper heavy, you know. But the rest of the cast, they need to do a heavy into drive impact that you can't throw and you have to super. But anybody that does a light or medium into drive impact, you can throw. Gonna reset. Yeah, I just know every Rashid player is gonna do this, by the way. And that you got lucky because that didn't actually work. I just went immediate. But I guess not a bad option if, especially if they're gonna throw. Whoa, what was that? What? Man, my Rashid is ass. This shows that I'm not a Rashid player. That combo was horrible.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, what did I? Oh, I thought it was standing. Yeah, I don't know anything about this because I was a bit late. I'm pretty sure. If I did it immediately. Yeah, I think I was just a bit late. But anywho. Wait. What did you press here? Okay, you got the whiff into that, but oh, you move forward and try to throw. Okay, I see. Yeah, so here's your problem. You know, and I think you did this also in the first round. You know, you did this also in the first round, where after a block string you try to move forward and throw. There are instances where you can do that, but that's only if you're plus enough. So I'll give you a scenario. Terry, drive, rush, stand, heavy punch. It's +5. You know, it's +5 if you block it. He can micro walk throw, and that's guaranteed. You can't press a button. If you press a button, it's going to say counter hits, you know. But your situation, you were +4, and the distance also did not allow you to. You see, here, no, I don't think you could have walked forward throw. Marambi, leave my stand heavy punch alone. But yes, in this situation you can't. So your best bet was to press a button. You could press a medium, and I was gonna get counter hit. You know, but yes, you did that in the first round as well. But and it's not working because of the instances that you're doing it at. I did something wrong. Because this one was supposed to, I think I did something wrong, but anywho, I think in this case what you could have done, the back rise was actually not a bad option. Yeah, because the tornado didn't touch you, can run away. Oh. Wait. Yeah, you see, so that's what's supposed to that's what I'm supposed to do is the medium, which this is what it's a common Rashid thing, you know. The Rashid players gonna do this a lot because check where you wake up and the tornado starts hitting. Then they're gonna push you out. Yeah, then they're gonna push you out and then just start reset play from there. Are they any good? What did you do? Oh, you lost all. What did you do? Oh, you try to DP. Yeah, you can DP that one, but I don't think Ed can DP a light. And I'm gonna show you quick. I don't think Ed can DP light into light. Fingers crossed. Oh, you actually can. Oh no, you can't. Right? No, you can. But it says punish counter. But it's a bit. You have to be so precise. So I guess you can. My bad. I guess that's what happened here. You tried to do your DP. Okay. Wow. That time I was actually surprised you did because. Yeah, I was surprised you did this because it's just -3, and then I got. What did I press? How did that hit? I pressed medium kick. Okay, that's why I got that. Yeah, that is also one. So it is what I was saying earlier on. So I'm also to blame for that one. You need to use stand heavy punch to keep it, to make sure that I can't what you call this, throw it, or anybody can't throw it. Damn, to show that my Rashid is ass. I can't even anti-air for my life. Okay, I agree with not spending it. Oh, that was foul. I assume you wanted to bait out a DP or a throw, and that's why that happened. Nice finish. How did I get hit there? That you can, I think that you can drive impact. And a lot of players actually don't do this, eh? And this is guaranteed. The minute Rashid starts doing that, you know, and there's so many ranges where you can actually punish him from. But obviously the easiest one is that. But I mean, if you here, don't ever jump. Even if you're here, don't jump on him, because if he does the heavy one, it's gonna hit you in the air and he's gonna convert. So always the easiest thing is just to do this. Oh, you have to be quite early. Yeah. Well, not really that early, I try to DP, like I try to do Terry's DP. To show I'm not a Rashid player. You won't recover in time to DI back. No, that thing's got mad slow recovery. You know, it's got very slow recovery. Okay, let's check the other one. Really? Is this the same thing? you not have another one where it's like you versus another player?
Round one. Fight.
What's that got to do with it? Oh yeah. And I'd also be careful because what I try to do here is sweep it. You know, because you can for especially my bad. That's what I wanted to do. You know, but I said I did that by mistake. So at certain ranges, be very careful at when you do do that. You know, because a lot of players are going to sweep you or punish you for that. But it's a good. It's not really like a train smash. You know, to not do it. If to do it, it's not like a train smash to do it. It's just a FYI. You see, it's just a FYI. But as I said, it's not really a train smash because it's not like everybody's gonna do it. You know, it's also fighting games are also testing your opponent to see do they know the matchup or not. You know, if someone doesn't punish this, then you're like, okay, let me confirm if this guy knows he can sweep this. You know, you do it again, and then after he doesn't do anything, then you know, okay, this guy doesn't know how to deal with this. So this is my ace in the hole. This is where I have an advantage in the matchup. Just a FYI though. Yeah, I forgot that they nerfed this because he used to be able to do EX into drive into parry. Into drive rush, what am I saying? Oh wow, is that a brick punish? Right, we'll check it after here. Oh, it is worth fun. Oh. Is it a worth fun? No, it's not. You press the button. That's not bad though. It's just that I guess. I'm just curious on why would you do flicker from that range? You know, I mean, because I'm just trying to think, but yeah, I don't think it's like that's also another thing. It's not really a train smash. It's just that happened, but it's not an everyday thing. Yeah, that don't do unless you see a parry. You see here, don't do unless you see a parry because you're gonna get checked. Because you're in counter hit state when you do that. You know, damn Rashid pass. Ah, at least I got something. But yes, just always wait for the parry. Don't preempt because you are doing this preemptively. You know, you are doing this preemptively, assuming I'm going to do something. Like I'm going to do a parry or some sort or drive impact. You need to see because you got from this range you got so much time to see the parry. You know, the drive impact might be a bit tricky, but like there I checked you. You could have DP'd that and got the round. This was guaranteed. There's nothing a shoot could have done. You know, it was guaranteed. like this is actually a bad. This is actually a good thing to actually do. You know, throw these fireballs like this. You know, then when you get in, you use flicker. But yeah, that one again. But yeah, with the it was what you call this? It's not bad, especially against Rashid. Rashid doesn't have that. Doesn't have that much like a good answer against that. That was a nice first punish. Preempt is like a nice one. Green combo. I want you to, I mean, yeah, you exhausted way too much meter. I mean, you already got the whiff punish into drive rush, into drive rush. Now you go into EX, and you're going to check how much bar you've lost. Now, if I make you block, I can shave off this drive gauge, and put you in burner. So you spent way too much meter. You could have hold on, my head is not that good. Yeah, you see, at least you would have saved. You would have saved quite a lot. You know, you could have saved a lot of drive gauge. You know, and still got something. And still got like okay out of it, because when you're on the offense, the goal when you're on the offense should be to build back your drive gauge. You know, to shave off the opponent's life and build back your drive gauge. That should be your goal. But what you try to do here, you try to maximize the hit. Not a bad thing, but at the start of the round, you might as well have used. I guess green combo is not too bad, but then again, it's the resource that you spend. Again, you see what you try to do then. Again, instead of waiting for the parry, you went and assumed I'm gonna wake up parry. Level 2 is coming up. Oh, guess not. Punish. No, this was a bad decision. That was a bad decision. Well, first bad decision by me is that was, I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I was supposed to activate level 2 here, but anyway. This already you put yourself in burnout. You got the hit. Then you got the hits and you put yourself in burnout. Then you go and use level 1. The reason why I say this is a bad decision, I've got meter. I don't know. At this point, I'm celebrating. You know, I see this, I'm celebrating. You know, I've got meter. I don't give two fucks about my life lead at this point, because I know it's GG's for you because I've got level 2. You know, but yes, but considering that I've got to ask Rashid, you might live, but that's a bad decision. I can wake up. Now here's a bad part. This is actually the worst position for you, because the Rashid player can just wake up level 2, you know, and then push you to the corner. You've got nothing to defend against. You can throw fireballs, but I mean, like, the level 2 is really gonna soak them up. Wow, you speak of the devil. That was guaranteed. Well, I would like to say that there's much you can do, but I mean, there's not really much you can do if I'm being honest, you know, because that tornado was coming. And let's say you blocked it. Let's say you blocked it mid-screen. You blocked it somewhere here. Rashid is still going to do his spin. That's going to push you all the way to the corner. So this was already a bit of a bad decision, but it's a decision I wouldn't really blame you for, because a lot of players do this, including myself. The reason being is because you got the hit, you want to maximize it, and you installed it in your mind that you want to maximize the drive rush, you see. So this one, I won't really blame you much for it. But the level 1, I do, because now you have nothing to defend against drive impact. I mean, fair enough, you could have jabbed one of those things, but I mean, you already put yourself in a bad position, so you had to hold this. Now you need to hold the next mix-up. Oh wow. What happened there? Drop the combo? I got nothing to say about that. I remember partly that there was a drop combo. I think you were just looking at you were just looking at the win. Oh, good. Yeah, this one I noticed you did this quite a lot, especially. It's like I knew that you preemptively throwing it, you know. And when you're preemptively throwing something, that's where you what you call this, open yourself to get whiff punished. It's not an easy feat to it's not an easy thing to really get to really stop doing, but it's one of those things you can work towards. Yeah, this I knew was gonna hit because you throw tech a lot on defense. I have no idea what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? You throw tech a lot on defense. As much as you didn't throw tech here, but I don't know what you're doing there. Was that a DP? Wasn't. Heavy. Damn, he didn't, right? But let's see how it got. Okay, yeah. Right hand here. Also with Ed, with Ed, the one thing that he's got going for him is the fact that his ground game is so good. You don't really have to be in the air a lot. I mean, yes, there's some characters that'll make you do that, but Rashid's definitely not one of them. After that, we spoke about it. That's a safe jump. This is one thing about drive reversal. And I hope everybody's listening, because there's a way you use drive reversal. It might work here, but there's a way you use drive reversal that you always need to be mindful of. The first one is the situation. If you block a heavy and you drive reversal, that's fair enough, you know, because it's guaranteed. But a safe jump and you drive reversal, because this was game, you know. So the way you should use drive reversal, that's less risky. I mean, if you can read the throw, yes, drive reversal by all means. If they're gonna do heavy into drive rush, drive reversal, you know, for two, it's a 2 for 3 kind of thing. Crouch medium kick into drive rush. That's if you 100% sure he's gonna drive rush, because if he just press crouch medium kick, you might be in trouble. But yes, I think all in all, you probably need to work on just the ground game, because Ed has a good ground game. You know, it's not necessarily that you need to be in the air, but he's got a good ground game to force people to do something. I think that's what you need to focus on, forcing people to do something. You know, because your biggest issue is you preemptively thinking somebody's going to do something. You know, and then you open yourself for whiff punish, you open yourself for getting checked on a lot of things, and you get conditioned a bit too easy because of that, you know. But yes, once you focus on the ground game, you'll be able to minimize the risks that you have to take, especially with a character like Ed. He's probably got the best ground game in the game. Let's check in Mark's one. I hope Mark is still in the chat. Much appreciated, and welcome to the stream. When I spoke to Tokido about this matchup, Tokido said, actually I spoke to Kakru and Tokido. So I was asking Kakru, what are JP's? I asked him what do you think about JP Ken. He said Ken wins the matchup. He doesn't like JP Ken. I asked Tokido, and he was very confident. What you call this? He was very confident in this matchup. You know, he thinks Ken beats JP. I don't particularly know why, because Kakri just put it in a few words. He said it's the drive rush and Genrai. Yes, he said JP doesn't really have an answer for Genrai. Wow, but we could at least sweep one thing, Mark. Icon. Like you can at least sweep one thing, bro. At least something. Is that even true? Like I never did. I never did know if JP's drive rush into the drive rush jab. Eh? Hold on. I need to move a bit. Yeah, it's not true. Man, I need to move it a bit back. Yeah, it is true. Damn. No, it's not. Okay, it's not. Because I was wondering if JP has kind of besides standing heavy plan, but one thing I do when it comes to these when it comes to JP, you know, is and I now utilize it when it comes to other characters as well, is how to challenge safe on block normals. You know, I think Ken has probably got the best way to go about it. You know, I think Ken's got the best way to go about it because yeah, that doesn't work because of the range. I thought you could space him out. What does Tokido do? Wait. Yeah, sometimes he does that. Yes, I remember. Because here's the thing about Genrai that you need to know, you know? And I wanna really emphasize this because a lot of people don't know. So Kaku does that a lot. You know, even a lot of players now started doing this. When Genrai is out of range like that, you know, they'll just preemptively press a button because that will happen. You know, with Terry, I preemptively press I preemptively press stand heavy kick, you know, because it'll also do that, especially if you're out of range. So Tokido sometimes when he can read that, he does. I wouldn't suggest it though. But if you're Ken, I mean, you can probably just do that. And also one thing that when I was in Japan, a lot of players do. They don't preemptively press parry like in that situation. Okay, let me. My bad. Yeah, I wanna show us what players do. You know, especially when they try to get a what you call this, a player to press a button. There are ranges where they tap parry, and the ranges when they just sit there. So like from here, in this situation, what players will do is they'll tap parry because you most likely are not going to walk up and be able to grab them in time, you know. But when they like up close, they don't press parry. But yes, in these kind of situations, I think, well, the safe on block normals. Oh no, that was a bad decision. Like, even the distance, you know, the distance was just too far. You could have at least done, I think, crouch medium kick. Trix has a strong mashing beat. Damn, he did that from up close? I can't believe he did that from up close. I'm pretty sure Ken can stand heavy. Oh shit, basically gone. Shit. Guess you have to yeah, I guess a max range, damn, you can't. You learn something new every day. Okay, but from that range, you definitely doesn't get punished. Here's, I want to show you something. I was actually diving it. This is what Tokido does, man. Okay. You see that? So Tokido, I stole it from Tokido. I do that with Terry as well. But you have to press a medium punch. Even Blast does this. Oh, guess you can't massively affect the guys. But I agree, though I agree with this getting some space. Yeah, but you have to parry the first one. You have to parry the first bomb, and then you can do it. But you see now you put because you stood there, it allowed him to walk up. Ah damn, Mark, you know, I think you know why you lost this one, bro. You got a good walk speed or walk back, a walk speed when walking back. You know, so you can condition your opponent to really whiff these buttons. You know, hit it twice. Where the fireballs? Nice. I suck. Oh, that's 0. Oh no, you know why you lost. Yeah. You really need to throw him, eh? Like you need to. I think also your biggest problem is that you don't condition people. You know, you're too much on autopilot, and that when you condition people, is where this thing's gonna work. Trooks just stood there and practically did nothing because he knew you were not gonna throw. Even if he didn't mind taking the throw, after 2 throws, this thing on top says a different story. It says you have to act. Yeah, at least you got him there, but you need to get people to act. You know, throw them. You know, do a spacing trap. Those kind of things. But if you're straightforward, you won't. I don't think you should have done that. If you're straightforward, there's no need for me to do anything. I don't think you should have done this. You know, and I say, and the reason why I say I don't think you should have done the EX5 board, you know, it's because Look at where you are on the screen. There, Mark. Look at where you are on the screen. Look at where he is. You know you have to spend some of this to get in. EX Fireball will not allow you to get in. You know. So if you had done a normal fireball, it probably want to do the same thing as an EX Fireball in this situation. You know. Playing against JP, you have to be mindful of your resources. You know. If spending EX Fireball is pretty pointless in this matchup, if I'm being honest, you know, because look what it forced you to do. Okay, cool. Now, and because it's JP, look at the matchup like this. If you guys have the same drive gauge, he's in the lead. Why do I say that? Because of where he is on the screen. He can just start doing stuff to trip you down here. So now, because you knew that, you now spent a... Yeah, this one. I'm gonna make sure, eh? Okay, cool. You got that. You threw him off with the dash. Good thing you didn't check. Oh, why did he jab? But anywho. Oh, man. Okay, nice check. DP. Yeah, but you see, that's what I'm saying. You try to. This is what I was talking about when I was saying you don't condition people. Because look at this, and this is what I was saying. Okay, cool. Because you've never thrown him. Because you've never thrown him before. This wasn't gonna work. You understand? You got a minimum of 2 rounds. You know, to condition someone. But because you've never thrown him before, the throw bait's not gonna work. Why must I tech if you've never thrown me? You know, that's just a straightforward thing. You have to throw. If you don't throw someone, how can you condition them to throw bait? You know, how can you shimmy them? You know, you have to get that. Yes, there are people that you can shimmy them without throwing them, but I mean, like, that's, to be honest, that's at your lower level. You know, at high level, if they realize, oh, this guy is just pressing buttons, he's not doing much, you'll start seeing a parry, or you'll start seeing you'll just see people blocking, like right now. Oh no. And he shimmies you. But I understand why he shimmies you, because that corner against JP is not a good option. And I understand you wanted to you didn't want him to get the space. I mean, to get out of the corner, and you didn't want to be in the corner because you worked so hard to get there. I mean, this situation is very bad. You know, I can say you probably have one guess. But as much as JP players don't want to admit it, but this character's still busted. Oh, that's what's up. Snap. Ah, you wanted out. Mark. You needed. You know. I don't really blame you for this, to be honest. You know, I don't really blame you. Honestly, don't. This character's fucked, so if you... Oh no, you don't kill. You did the wrong one. This situation is already bad, because obviously you can't take the throw because of the spikes. You can't you had to make you had to make an executive decision. But you know why you're in this situation. As long as you know why. That's what I was saying about, and I was talking earlier on about drive reversal. Because this is guaranteed, because he knew Mark was gonna do a drive rush. Now you're in the worst position possible, because look at your drive gauge. Look at his drive gauge. He's backing that in. Oh man, He's backdashing because he wants some spacing. Oh, now he's just getting frustrated. Hey, Mark, what are you playing, eh? You're playing Mario. Okay. No, why that one, Mark? Why that one? You know which one you're supposed to do. Jinrai low into level 3. Oh, no. Back to your roots. Hey, this guy's playing Super Mario, right? Okay, at least you got that one. I get you trying to avoid the spikes, but the problem is the reason why you're forced to do that. Oh, you should have done drive it. I promise you, I was not going to soup. I promise you, he was not going to soup. If you had done. I promise you, he was not going to soup. If you had done that, you know. But I'm not saying that you should really do it, but I mean, like. I didn't see him buffer. All I'm saying is that I didn't see a buffer there. Wow, Omega. Ah, Monk. Okay, that's unfortunate. You're just too where's your cross? Oh, you're already buffering. Let's see. You know, I think you need to focus on your approach, if I'm being honest. I really think you need to focus on your approach. First, obviously trying to rush JP down is really just giving him everything. You know. Because yeah, you got the chair, cool. Your drive gauge is low. I thought you should have, because what I was gonna do, because what I normally do, because my drive gauge is low, you know, as much as he's gonna be out of it, you know, out of the corner, you know, but I will still do this because, and the reason why I'll still do that, you know, is because I built. He gave me a free bar for that. Well, not really a free bar, but he gave me something, you know, and I can still dash in and do an extra something. So like, you know, something like that, because the strength of Ken in this matchup, is the Jinrai. You have to use Jinrai as a poke. I think your biggest issue is your approach and your pokes. You don't have a poke. You know, you're just walking in. I think crouch medium kick Jinrai. You know, you're gonna throw him off. You know, you're scared of him. Yeah, understood. But at some point you have to pressure him. You know, at some point you have to pressure him. You see. But yes, I think your biggest issue is that you don't have a poke. Or like a poke that you're gonna use consistently on JP. And I'll give you an example of my one, is my fireballs. You know, the reason why my light fireball is good against JP is that if he does his fireball and it clashes with mine on level 1, you know, so it's a nice poke, and it forces him to do something. You know, now with Ken, you need to do at least stand heavy punch into Jinrai low, crouch medium kick into Jinrai low or something, but Jinrai is your best poke. It shaves off a lot of drive gauge. He doesn't do much, you know. I mean, he doesn't have much of an answer. You just need to just be careful of the spacing so that you don't you don't whiff the Jinrai low and you get whiff punish. You know, but that's something you need to do. Don't be afraid of the fireballs. Don't be afraid to throw a fireball. You know, but don't throw it from far away, like all the way in the other screen, because you're just gonna get spiked. But close range fireball, something. You need to make JP do something, you know, because at this point, and I'm gonna give you an example. At this point, look at how he's moving. He's not even worried about much. You know, despite, you know, he's not worried about much because of how you approach it. You know, like you're not threatening with those. You know, he knows that you're looking for crouch, medium kick, drive rush, or something. I mean, walk forward, fireball, something. You know, just to give him another option to think about. You know, if you don't give him much, he's just gonna be doing whatever he likes. But yes, I think in this matchup, you just need to poke. I think it's just small things, you know. Just have a poke, a poke, a way of approach, and yeah. So I have multiple pokes and a way of approach. I think you don't necessarily have much of an approach, and that's why this matchup probably feels tough. I think, sure, we can say that, but I think in this case, it's just the JP forces you to play a totally different game. That's why you need to know how to approach. And I'll say something as well on my side is that because against Terry against JP, I realized that I don't necessarily have a solid way of approach, which is what I'm trying to find. You know, I'm trying to find a solid way of approach. Let's see. I know Juno sent a replay ID at the top. I need to go through the chat quick. There it is. Damn, Juju's having the time of his life. Yo, Spina, what's up, bruv? But yeah, obviously, another point that I want to just emphasize: if you have a way of approach in terms of like that character, how do I approach him? You know, and also you didn't use a lot of drive rush. You know, you need to use against JP. You have to drive rush. You know, you cannot play that matchup without drive rush. You have to drive rush because Ken's drive rush is probably one of the best at fighting JP's fireballs. You know, the way it goes through. That's actually what Kakru told me. You have to drive rush. I mean, you not drive rushing is not using much of the system mechanics. You have to drive rush. And once you master, not necessarily master, but have like an idea on how you're gonna approach the character, you'll then be ready for when JP whiffs. Because right now, since you don't have a solid approach or a stable approach, when JP whiffs, you're not gonna be ready for it. Because you haven't laid the groundwork to be ready for anything else that happens within your within the match. But you're not saying mine. I hate that. Wait them DPs. Yeah, you can probably, I'm pretty sure you can heavy DP this. Oh, even light DP. Oh, I'm busy thinking, even medium. I'm busy thinking it's like Terry's one, because Terry's one I have to heavy DP that. But I guess even light DP works. Yo, this is Rift City, eh? Here's a thing I was actually telling one of the guys earlier on, you know, is when you're preemptively doing something, you open yourself to getting whiff punched, you know, and there's one thing why also your probably your DPs aren't coming out since you're practicing it. When you're preemptively doing something and you're hoping that someone falls, like just does the way you're thinking like it's gonna happen. When they jump unexpectedly, you're not gonna be ready because you already told your mind that he's going to do something that he didn't do. You know, you need to, like, even where you play, the way you're playing, you know, I mean, like you are buffering crouch, medium kicks, and I mean, you're quite far, eh? Minus 40 on whip, yes. You see, you are hoping you're gonna walk into it. And if it was a different player, that was gonna be a sweep, a free sweep. But it is what it is. Damn, he walked into all of them. Where them DPs, bro? Oh, man. I wonder why he did that. Okay. That, I think he can drive impact. You know, I'm 100% sure he can drive impact that. You know, I think Juju just doesn't know that. I knew this one. I know you can drive impact. You must be very careful of this, eh? Charge fan is a meaty. Be very careful because people who know the matchup, you're not gonna get away with this. You know, just people. A lot of people are putting my top tier because I think they're they're struggling to deal with the fans. But with Terry, I guess it's because I'm playing Terry. That's why I don't really see Mai that strong. I do think she's strong, but I don't think she's as strong as they're making her out to be. Because with Terry, the fans are pretty pointless against me, you know. But yeah. Oh man, okay, yeah, you got the counter. Nice check. Yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
Where them DPs? You need to understand something when about, and this is the best advice Fudo ever gave a new player. He said to them, the worst thing you can do in a game like Street Fighter is let someone jump in, whether it hits or they blocked. That's the worst thing you can do because regardless of what happens, the opponent has an advantage and the situation changed. You basically gave the opponent an advantage. Because like right now, you weren't ready with the DP, and he covered some of the ground. He didn't convert. Oh, I can't punish that. Not okay. I think you could have gotten more of a punish, but I get DP. You could get DP. Oh no, you should have gone for more OP. I guess it's how I play. That's why I would have gone for that's why I would have gone for a more OP. I wouldn't have done DP because of wow, that's an answer. Oh shit, he could finish it. I think that he can also D. I know he can DI. Guys, the lab is like for free, eh? It's free to lab. Guys, it's free to lab, eh? There are instances where you can't DI, but I mean, all of these ones you can. Where them DPs? Damn, he's mauling you, eh? Or because of no anti. This is what I was saying, like, okay, that you can't anti, it's a safe jump. Now that's an auto. From my understanding, this is it's auto. Those jabs. It's like they space him out so that he can get the whiff punish. So I want to show you something. Let's say I block this and I try to. Oh wait, Mike can do what? Yeah. And you want to challenge. And you want to challenge this. That happens most of the time. Let's see if I was. Yeah. I knew that the crouch medium kick also doesn't work. Those jabs space him out. So if you immediately press the crouch medium kick, it's gonna work. I know this matchup in and out. Yeah, so best thing to do against those. I don't think he can catch you for that. He can but yeah, because you don't wanna do this as well because it's gonna DI you back, but you don't also wanna press a button to get back. So I think your best specifically this is a Jamie thing. I know this because I know the matchup, but it's a Jamie thing that you can just backdash that, and if he does, most of them they autopilot it. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Don't go for this one. You can just. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do about two more, 3 more. You know. Don't go for this, you know, because I mean the reason why I say don't go for this, you can just. I don't know if Jamie can punish that, but I mean I don't think he can. If you're gonna do the jabs, you only go for that if the light kick hits. If not, I mean, it's not showing the frames, but you try to punish you, bro. But you put yourself in a bad situation, you know. I am Remy. No, much appreciated. Eh? That was too late. I'm pretty sure Yuji could have DP'd this. Yeah, that was late. I could see that was late. Also, I think your issue is also like Mark. Like, when I look at this situation, I'm just curious because there's absolutely all the reason to throw him in the corner. You know, you have all the reason to throw him in the corner. I just don't get why you didn't throw him in the corner. Punish. Okay. Oh, that was it. How was that? Oh yeah, you couldn't. Okay, you're not gonna get the crouch medium punch because it's only +4 on trade. Finally got DP. Oh what? That's only +1. Interesting. Learn something new every day. Because since this is +1, you can't throw off of this. You know, you throw, you're gonna get jabbed, and you can't press a medium. You have to what you call this? You have to jab. Like, For me, I'm just curious because you can even here, even. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure. That one. Oh, I don't think she can. Icon. Oh, she can't. Like, you could have thrown him. Burnout. Oh no. I love this choice. Oh, I flippin' love this choice by Juju, and I tell you why. Okay. Because he put you in burnout with the counter DI. He went for the side switch into the small combo into the level 3. Why do I say I love that decision is because your drive meter is going nowhere. So stay here while his drive meter is gonna be replenishing. Basically, you're fucked. If you can't react to the DI, you're fucked.
構えな。稽古の時間だ。遅い遅い。遅すぎるぜ。
Is that plus? Actually, I'm not sure. I'm trying to look for the throw bait, but I wouldn't have spent meter. I mean, he could have thrown you. I'm not sure. Oh man, he let you off the street. Throw him? Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. Oh shit. Okay. Man, I swear, guys, Dr. Lab, or yeah, Dr. Lab he has a free consultation, hey? Any time of the week, any time, any day, he has a free consultation. You know, he can even do surgery on you for free. Dr. Lab. Oh no. You put this is I get you trying to land the hit, to be honest, you know. I understand it because even us we do it, but at least throw this guy, bro. At least if you're gonna put yourself in burnout, at least throw him and try to then play with the fans. Okay, Juju don't have the roots. Oh shit. Whoa. Can't believe that guy is here. Oh shit, no. Man, you could have thrown him there, but I guess he probably did. Wasn't looking out for his time. That you could have delayed jab, but then again, I mean, I don't really forget it. It is what it is. Yeah, I think you know what you did wrong. You know, I don't think you conditioned him. I don't think you conditioned him much because you were doing drive rush. Damn, could have killed him like 3 times. Yeah, you could have. Yeah. And also, Dr. Lab wants to have a consultation with you. But yeah, Juno, I think your big issues, you didn't condition him. You know, you didn't throw him. Now, sometimes, you know what? Sometimes test him. Do drive rush into overhead, you know. But also, I think also the fans, if you're gonna use the fans, you want to use the fans, do them in a range where it will be easy to dash in. It will be easy to. There'll be less risk, you know, because at the ranges you're doing it, there's all the risk. I mean, there's all the incentive for Juju to wake up DI, but I guess, you know, they've been missing their consultations here. Yeah, but you refuse to throw him, and that's also the first problem, because then your jabs aren't gonna work, because you're not gonna get him to press. And if he does a delay throw, the game will just record him blocking. But yes, you didn't, and then most of the time you're trying to go for throw bait with the neutral jump, but no, what you call this? No, he didn't throw tag because you didn't condition him. Also, the one thing that I can say, well, but I said enough, you know. I think I've told you about when you're preemptively doing something, it's probably why you're not able to DP in time, because you're preemptively pressing buttons and hoping that he walks into it, you know. Also, another big thing is you weren't playing the matchup. You know, Jamie has a hard time against fireballs, especially if he doesn't have level 2 drink. That's so you're supposed to be using your fans a lot. You know, trying to play neutral with Jamie, or trying to play the ground game footsies with buttons as if Mai doesn't have a fireball, is putting yourself at a disadvantage. You know, so if you played the matchup a bit more, you might have had a more of a fighting chance. I say fighting chance, but you could have won that one. Now I need to go up in the chat. Oh Jesus! Now I need to check enable. Oh. Okay, then I'll do Murambi's one. Murambi's one will be the last one, and then after, you know, I stream this replay thing now every Friday. It's my schedule. Every Friday we're doing this. Wow, that's the enable. Yeah, it was not gonna work. I've told you this before, you know, and I'm gonna tell you again. You really need to learn frame data, you know, because you keep taking chances with stuff that you. I mean, in this situation, that's, as you can see, +1 on block. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Anywho. But yes, because you tried to do a stand jab. Luke's stand jab is not his forte. You know, that thing has got a mad long start up. Crowd's jab is his forte. Chucks didn't punish it with a throw, but I mean, oh shit! What did you try to do? At this point, you know what I want. You know what I want. This is like a second my player that did this. It's a second my player that did this. Right? Oh, why didn't you go for the side switch? I never did understand when Luke players don't go for the side switch. Okay? This is gonna would get DP. This would get DP every time because it's guaranteed if you DP. You know, Luke can't bait it. Well, he can bait it only if the opponent back rises. But if it quick rises, it's a DP guaranteed. You know, these are the situations where you need to reset. You know, you need to understand that, okay, I've done this, now it's reset. You know, it's time to reset. And when I say reset, I mean in SA or in the southern Africa, you know, we have a big problem of taking chances. And you need to be in the mindset where, okay, I forward throw you, or I did a forward throw on you. My opponent back rise. My turn is over. You know, because the more you keep pressuring, you know, I mean, okay, cool. You got M +1. You caught him with the jab. Cool. That works. But if you want to have more stable results, you have to understand that after a forward throw, it's back to neutral. I need to work to get in again because this was a DP guaranteed. Okay, at least you spin meter. Nice. Oh, wow, that was there. You need to be optimal, bruv. Was it dead? I don't think it was dead, though. Was it? I think it could have killed. Maybe my loot is not that good. Pretty sure there's a combo that Luke probably could have done. And then into level 2 and then where's gonna kill it. Okay, that this is what I was talking about earlier on about taking chances. He threw tech. He threw tech. At this point, you should have said, okay, my turn is over. You know, my turn is over, and now I need to work to get in. Sure, you could have taken a chance if you knew that he was gonna throw the fan, and then you jumped on him, because even if you anti-age you weren't gonna die, but you would be in a guess for game situation. This just killed you. Well, the fact that killed you, but you were in a guess for game situation. You need to look at it like, okay, resets. Now time back to square one. Interesting. Because with me, I guess you can't backdash if you block the first ad, but I guess you can. Yep, you have to hold that. You can't, because he did the card. Guys, like this every time I need to find people, eh? Every time I see people do this. Ah, my bad. You see now what it does. Every time I see someone not punishing the fan, I need to find people.
Round 2. Fight.
That was a free DI. Bandy, side switch, get the free throw. Yeah, I told you that. That's a free DP. After a throw, it's a free DP. Don't drive rush. No, reset back to neutral. Oh wow. GG's. Thank you for playing. There's nothing we can talk about there, you know. Incorrect inputs, they happen, but there's nothing much you can say there. You know, that one was shit moment. But yes, I mean, you saw your biggest issue, as I said, is taking chances. You know, taking chances when you're supposed to just reset because your turn is over. You know, but trying to forcefully take your turn back is probably what gets you killed a lot. After a throw, very few. I don't think there's a character that gets much what you call this. Oh, besides Terry, because Terry can forward throw you into stand heavy punch. But if you back rise, he can't forward throw you into a throw. You know, forward throw into drive rush throw. You can't do that if you back rise. If you quick rise, then I mean you're just gonna get throw looped against every Shoto. No. But yes, you need to be able to work on getting in. Your ground game, you need to work on your knowledge of frame data. You know, and knowledge of, you need to work on your knowledge on frame data. And also resetting and stop taking chances. Let's look at Murambi here. He probably got hit with every setup of the fans. I have a feeling.
Round 1. Fight.
I wonder. I'm just curious. Okay, so the parrying after the parrying the third jab is still applies to her. You know, I was just curious about that. It wasn't necessarily anything, but I was just curious about that. Oh no, bro. There's no need to jump. Okay. No. You're using too much that. The one thing that you must be very mindful of, if you're in the orange, waking up DP is probably a bad idea. You know, you'd rather use level 1. You know, and I say this because look, instead of it going down, it's actually going up, and his one's going down. You know, but using an EXDP is a very bad idea because you just spend 2. His one is still going up. You just spent 2, and you just spent another one to go in. You know, you're pretty much in burnout if you don't get this right. Okay, throw him again. I was gonna throw the shit, but you got the shit. But you need to stop jumping recklessly. That's not just a mic. So? Oh no, no conversion. Yeah, where them fireballs, bro? Where them fireballs? No. Yeah, that's guaranteed. But again, guys, this is the third Mai that's done this. Okay, this from this distance, I guess it was. Oh, my bad. I guess it's range dependent. I guess it's range dependent. You learn something new every day. But yes, it's the third Mai that did that. But that's guaranteed at least. Oh, my god. Like, first of all, it's nowhere near. Again, it's like everybody, it's like everybody does this, you know, they preemptively does things. Right now, Murambi preemptively thought this guy was in range for a throw. Okay, yeah, them fireballs, man, throw them fireballs. It's the advantage you have in this matchup. No DP, but that's fine. Throw them fireballs, bro. No. Is it off? I think it's on Akuma because. Oh. That's not punch counter though. So I think it's probably on Akuma. I think everybody else can do that. And I think when you, I think what I mean is when he anti-airs the air fireball, especially from this way, then he can do it. Then he can do that. Oh no, this is not. Oh shit, no. Stop jumping. I think you know what your problem is here, eh? Like you're not using what's on your advantage. So, okay, that's fine. Oh no, you did it the first time. So I was just gonna look out for this. Like he could have burnt you out. He could have burnt you out. DP? Oh. Wow. See, but here you did everybody keeps jumping in on me. It's because your fireball play is too predictable. You're not setting up people. The whole reason of throwing fireballs is not basically to just poke. You know, yo Samurai, what's up, bro? The whole basic premise of throwing fireballs is setting up situations for your opponent to jump. You know, or maybe basically you're baiting your opponent to jump. You know, so you can DP. You know, get them frustrated so they want to jump more. You know, and then get them frustrated so that they start walking into your fireballs. You need to have that mindset when you have the fireball game. The problem is you throwing fireballs because your character can throw a fireball. There's not really much of an intention behind it. I'm throwing a fireball because I'm looking out for this, or I want him to do this. That's why it becomes predictable on when you're going to throw a fireball. No. This you've done a couple way too much. But your biggest issue here is that you gave him basically, you gave him all the reason, all the keys to killing. You know, you have the fireballs in this matchup. You can use it, but you're not using the fire. The thing is, you're not throwing the fireballs because, you know what, you want to poke him a bit. You know, you're throwing the fireballs with the intention that I want this guy to jump, or I want him to get frustrated that he does the EX fireball, and you can block it. And then you obviously need a set play for when you block it. I'm gonna block it and just take the throw. Okay, cool. I took the throw. I'm fireballing again. Let's go back to square one. You know, what you're going to do, you're going to EX fireball again. You need to ask those kind of questions when you play. And that's what you need to do. But if you're just throwing the fireballs and saying, I'm going to eventually kill him with the fireballs, it's not going to really work. You need to have a bit more intention with the fireballs. And you're preemptively also thinking that he's going to throw a fireball. So you're jumping on him and he's DPing you all the time. And I think he DP'd you every single time. And that's what actually killed you. Looking at this matchup, I don't think this matchup is favorable for Mai. I think Mai has a hard time in this matchup. You know, the fireballs are good. These Tatsu is good to go over the fireball, but I don't really recommend it. You know, but yes, the fireballs are a big advantage for you here. But you need to have a bit more intention on what you're looking to do, or what are the outcome you want when you throw a fireball. You know, what kind of outcome are you looking for? You know, do you want to get him frustrated so that he starts walking into the fireballs? If that's the case, then you need to now set up a fireball game that you know that, okay, I want him to start jumping. Whether after the first DP, I want him to start walking into the fireball. So now you need to set up your fireball game on how you're gonna fireball. Are you gonna throw 2 fireballs? See what is he gonna do? Dance around in the neutral, you know, walk back and forth. Throw 1 in his face, or he blocked that. That's nice. Dance a bit, you know. Throw another 3. Throw 2. You know, see what is he gonna do. The more there's pauses in between your fireballs, you know, and long pauses, the opponent starts thinking, when's the fireball coming out? When's the fireball coming out? Okay, I think I saw it come out. Jump. Oh shit, there's not a fireball. DP. That's the whole game. That's the whole point of throwing fireballs. And also, a big thing that you also need to understand is what kind of fireball should you throw from which distance. There's a fireball to allow you to close the gap, which is the light fireball, when you're going to throw it from mid-screen. So, I mean, from long range. So if you're here and your opponent here, you throw the light fireball, you can close the gap. If your opponent is here and you're here, you basically want to throw the fast fireball because it's hard to react to. If you're mid-range, you want to throw the medium so that even if they jump, sometimes you can get the DP in. You know, also, but if you want to set up the what you call this, the opponent to jump, you'll throw the medium because it's got somewhat of good recovery. But if you're far away, you throw the light, so it can allow you to close some space. So there needs to be a lot of intention on what kind of fireball you're throwing, when to throw the fireballs, and so forth, and setting it up. But yeah, guys, much appreciated for tuning in on stream. You know, unfortunately, I can't stream every day because, you know, we're breadwinners in our side, so we have to go to work, and it's a bit tiring, you see. But yes, every Friday I'm set on this. You know, this is my schedule. Every Friday, you know, we kick things off with we kick things off with what you call this, with some casual sets, and then we hop into replay takeover. You know, I did wanna have a long chat about what I learned from Capcom Cup, but unfortunately I'm out of time. So I'll save all those thoughts for a YouTube video. But yeah, guys, much appreciated for tuning in. Cheers.